recording artist in the world, the king of pop, rock and soul, Mr. Michael Jackson.
For decades, the NAACP has stood at the forefront of the struggle for equal justice under the law for all people in our land. They have fought in the lunchrooms of the South, in the hallowed halls of the Supreme Court, and in the boardrooms of corporate America for justice, equality, and the very dignity of all mankind. Members of the NAACP have been jailed and even killed in the noble pursuit of those ideals upon which our country was founded. None of these goals is more meaningful for me at this time in my life than the notion that everyone is presumed to be innocent and totally innocent until they are charged with a crime and then convicted by a jury of their peers. I never really took the time to understand the importance of that ideal until now, until I became the victim of false allegations and the willingness of others to believe and exploit the worst before they have had the chance to hear the truth. Because not only am I presumed to be innocent, I am innocent.
Michael Jackson speaks out with a vengeance. The beleaguered singer chose the NAACP Image Awards Wednesday night to launch another broadside against those who've made child abuse allegations against him. Jackson's appearance was just one of many surprises, as Paul Verkaman reports.
Luego de llevar a cabo el proyecto que le había quedado pendiente, Decade, incluyó además un álbum totalmente nuevo extra, convirtiéndolo en un lanzamiento doble, llamado History, Past, Present and Future. Para promocionar este álbum, además de publicar históricos videos, se tenía que realizar su respectiva gira de promoción, titulada el History Tour. Con el abrupto final del Dangerous Tour, Pepsi, la empresa que patrocinó cada uno de sus proyectos desde 1984, dio por terminada su relación con Michael. Esto por incumplir su contrato, ya que el Dangerous Tour debería haberse extendido hasta 1994. Irónicamente, Michael estaba cancelando la gira por dos motivos, y el principal motivo fue por su dependencia a los calmantes para el dolor que se le fue recetado luego de sufrir quemaduras grabando un comercial para Pepsi. Un portavoz de PepsiCo, Gary Hemphill, dijo que el único acuerdo de la empresa con Michael era patrocinar esta gira, así que ya no tenemos relación con él, dijo. La compañía tenía programado finalizar el patrocinio una vez se completara la gira, dijo Hemphill.
The Stars' next album has Jacko as the liberator of Eastern Europe, even though the last Soviet troops left Hungary 3.5 years ago.
Michael Jackson is moving to quiet a storm of controversy that erupted over lyrics in one of his new songs. Jackson released the album History this week. According to Daily Variety, he's changing the words,
removing the lyrics that some thought to be anti-Semitic. Jackson said, and I quote, "Although I cannot erase any hurt I may have caused, I fully accept responsibility for my actions. I now realize that all words have power."
Así que, con un álbum recién publicado, Michael necesitaba conseguir una nueva promotora para poder realizar los proyectos más importantes.
Our first speaker, Mr. Michael Jackson.
And for reasons I will soon share with you, Kingdom Entertainment represents a long-awaited dream come true. My earliest inspiration to be actively involved in all dimensions of the global multimedia explosion was derived from decades of concert tours throughout the world. It was during this time that I began to appreciate that global family entertainment could bring peace, brotherhood, and love to the world. Until recently, my hectic schedule and outstanding professional commitments left me little time to develop a specific strategy for a fully integrated entertainment company. All that began to change about 18 months ago when I first met my friend and partner in the Kingdom Entertainment, HRH Prince Al Walid. In short order, it was clear We shared the same goals, traditional family values. Through Kingdom Entertainment, we intend to be active in theme parks, hotels, animation, feature films, interactive educational entertainment, and of course, character licensing and merchandising. We are really looking forward to this incredible venture.
En esta conferencia, Michael, asociado a un príncipe árabe saudí, con el siguiente nombre por si te interesa googlearlo, o Al-Walid para los panas, anuncian la creación de Kingdom Entertainment, una empresa multimedia con sede en París destinada a promover el entretenimiento basado en los valores familiares tradicionales. Se dice que Michael fue quien diseñó el logo de la empresa, que representa a la espada Excalibur clavada en la roca. Michael tenía grandes planes para este nuevo proyecto, y algunas de ellas fueron cosas como Ghost, que Michael cumplió su deseo de trabajar en una película e interpretar varios papeles distintos. También se tenía en mente crear un parque de diversiones, que al final nunca llegó a ser. Estos son algunos planos, y el parque se llamaría Peter Pan's Neverland. La información es realmente extensa para este gran apartado, así que lo vamos a ver en otro video.
I am sorry that I was not able to play South Africa dates previously because I was so much looking forward to coming here. But now I am really excited about bringing the history tour, a brand new show, the history tour, to South Africa. We are in negotiations right now with promoters now, and we'll be playing South Africa in mid-January 1997. In Cape Town, in Durban, and Johannesburg.
And in more Jackson news, it has been confirmed that Michael will be performing new songs from his album by the end of the year. As yet, though, no dates or venues have been announced for what will be one of the most spectacular tours of the year.
El History Tour volvió a ser concebido y dirigido entre Michael Jackson y Kenny Ortega.
I first found out about the History Tour from when I received a telephone call from MJ. I think the biggest challenge for all of us was time. However, we all knew what the work was ahead of us.
Parte del equipo de la gira anterior volvió a estar involucrado, como LaBelle Smith y Travis Payne. A Travis y LaBelle se les unieron los siguientes bailarines:
Preset positions, ready to go.
Brad Boxer vuelve a tomar el lugar de director musical. Jennifer Batten también regresa para el History Tour. Regresan Dorian Holley y Kevin Dorsey como vocalistas. Por internet también está el rumor de que el traje dorado fue diseñado por Gianni Versace, pero todos los vestuarios volvieron a estar diseñados por Danny Tompkins y Michael Bush.
What the look will be, but it's my job to make it work around his body movements. His concept is like a military code. And in turn, it's not really like you're becoming an engineer. You're engineering the clothes, not just making the garment. They're engineered to work around his body.
Michael has up to 15 costume changes. Designer Michael Bush has been with Jackson for 15 years and gave us an inside look at the one-of-a-kind outfits, including this form-fitting breastplate.
Sterling silver plated and 18 karat gold plated. It was pretty light.
This hologram coat is one of Michael's favorites. Clothes are coordinated to blend with the songs Jackson performs.
I want to keep him really light in the beginning for the energy. And the show kind of slows down through the ballads. You can give him a little more heavier coats. Then we go, because this is actually rubber. And then we go into the, like Blood on the Dance Floor. This starts getting more form-fitting. And then to the end of the show, we're going into like silk shirts where he's really like, almost overheated. He's performed for 2 hours.
Con la banda formada, ahora tenían que montar el show. 70 metros de ancho, 20 metros de profundidad y 23 metros entre el techo y el suelo, 3 pantallas June Burton, enormes y digitales, que requieren más de 2 días para instalarse, a lo que hay que sumar 48 horas para instalar toda la producción entre luces, sonidos y varios efectos. Todo esto para solo desmontarlo en 1 día y medio. Otros números tal vez pueden ayudar a resumir lo gigante de esta gira. 240 toneladas de equipo, dos grandes aviones Antonov AN-124, sí, los más grandes del mundo, 140 personas, entre músicos, coristas y técnicos, y 4 kilómetros de cables. El espectáculo en sí está lleno de efectos especiales con láseres, pirotecnias, luces, sonidos y todo controlado por computadora. Literalmente, Michael Jackson construyó un reino del entretenimiento. Esta es la gira más visual de Michael. Tiene más escenografías, vestuarios y coreografías que en todas las giras pasadas. Esta ambición por crear el show perfecto, sumado a unos detalles que veremos a continuación, llevaron a Michael a tomar la decisión de recurrir al playback en la mayoría de las canciones. Esta decisión se tomó en primera medida por los resultados de su último concierto el 16 de julio en la ciudad de Brunei. Al mirar la grabación de esa noche, a Michael no le gustó cómo se escuchaba su voz en vivo. Un problema muy común en este tipo de presentaciones, pero Michael quería el show perfecto. Aconsejado por Michael Prince, le sugirió regrabar las canciones que iba a presentar para hacer menos evidente el uso del playback. Michael al comienzo acepta. Hace un tiempo hice un video hablando más a profundidad de este tema, que te recomiendo ver si querés saber un poco más. Hay una lista de canciones fechada el 30 de julio de 1996, que revela las canciones que fueron inicialmente consideradas para la gira, que terminaron quedando fuera. Otra lista de canciones, fechada el 26 de agosto de 1996, un mes antes de comenzar la gira, revela cuáles de esas canciones se llegaron a ensayar.
disgusting. The work doesn't mean that.
Inaugurato ieri sera a Praga il nuovo tour mondiale di Michael Jackson, 130.000 giovani hanno affollato il grande parco Lietna, nel quale troneggiava un grandioso palco dove si è esibito il cantante rock. I prossimi concerti saranno tenuti in Ungheria, Romania, Polonia e Russia.
Anybody remember this picture? Is it?
You're ripping me of my pride, for God's sake. I think I gotta fulfill this promise. Set me free.
한국에서 첫 밤을 보낸 미국의 팝스타 마이클 잭슨이 오늘 첫 서울 나들이에 나섰습니다.
한국 어린이 한성진 군의 손을 잡고 어린이 대공원을 방문했습니다. 동 나타나서 시민들을 어리둥절하게 했으며 경호가 느슨한 틈을 비집고 한 여성 팬이 마이클 잭슨에 달려들었습니다.
김수환 추기경은 오늘 오후 명동 성당 옆 추기경 집무실에서 이 자리에서 김 추기경은 마이클 잭슨이 사랑으로 충만한 사람 같다고 말하고 마이클 잭슨은 한국 사람들이 친절하게 대해준 데 대해 감사한다고 말했습니다.
So I didn't answer this one, Joe? I did. I did. I did. Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
The interview did not go any further.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, just pretend I'm not doing it.
And 3, 2.
ショートフィルムのゴーストが話題になっていますが、あのフィルムを作ろうと思ったきっかけは何ですか。そしてまたファンの反応をどのように思いますか。
There's a short film that you did entitled Ghost, which has been catched by interest.
Watch the car, watch the car. Watch the car.
There he was, the legend, the enigma.
Come on.
Marco, I love you! I love you, Marco!
En nuestro portarretrato está Michael Jackson porque va a ser papá. ¿No sabías? No, ¿sabés qué? Le alquiló un vientre a la enfermera que él tenía, que lo trató por el vitiligo, por todas esas cosas que tiene, le alquiló el vientre en $500.000 y va a dar a luz en febrero un varoncito que se va a llamar Michael Jackson Jr. No sé, bueno, no importa, que sea muy feliz, ¿no? Está bien. Cada cual hace lo que quiere mientras que el chico sea sano. Qué malcriado va a ser ese chico, va a tener Disneylandia en la casa. Disneyland, ¿qué dije?
Once Debbie's pregnancy became common knowledge, the tabloid world had one burning question. Did they or didn't they?
Michael Jackson's baby. Hard copy goes behind the headlines to hear the truth from Debbie Rowe's very own best friend.
I just wanted people to know the truth. She was not artificially inseminated.
It's the incredible story the world's been waiting to hear.
She's known Michael a long time and they've been great friends. And she's seen him get all the publicity, and I don't think she was ready for it, and we're just going to try to be there for her and help her through it.
The couple say Debbie was very secretive about her bundle of joy. They say they knew that she was pregnant, but that the king of pop was the papa? No way.
People know Debbie better than her former boyfriend. In this AJ exclusive, he shares her secrets and reveals the couple wants more children.
She loves him very much.
Steve Schmerler, who runs an internet consulting firm, has been a friend of Debbie's for over 6 years. As soon as Steve found out Debbie was pregnant, he called her.
I called her to congratulate her.
Published reports have speculated that Debbie Rowe may have been paid anywhere between $500,000 to $20 million to have Michael's baby.
My sense is that this is not going to be a traditional marriage.
Well, it might not be a traditional marriage, but Steve says the boy was conceived the old-fashioned way.
They conceived this baby in traditional biblical style. Do you want me to say sex? They had sex, from what she told me. They would still have their separate lives and their separate identities.
And what kind of future is there for a married couple who plan to live apart?
Maybe this marriage will last. She told me that she, and I assume Michael, were planning on having other children. She's told me on a number of occasions that there was no money transacted.
But are they in love?
I know that she loves Michael very much as a friend and cares for him greatly. I don't know if she's in love with him.
Jackson is divorced from Lisa Marie Presley, but right now he and Rowe have no plans to marry. And Deborah's friends think Michael Jackson is a very lucky man to have a woman like Deborah as the mother of his child.
Reports are that 2 weeks after the baby is born, Jackson will take full custody. Experts say this could spell disaster.
The first two precipitant parents from Debbie, which was natural conception.
You had sex with Debbie.
Yes.
I know that's difficult for me to say because you're so embarrassed. But you actually had sex with her. You conceived those children.
18 years, 17, 18 years that I knew him when I had Prince. They're Michael's children. It's not that they're not my children, but I had them because I wanted him to be a father. I believe that there are people who should be parents, and he's one of them. And he
is such a fabulous man and such a good friend. And he's always been there for me, always, from the day I met him. I could do something for him, and this is what I wanted to do.
When did Michael start talking about wanting to have kids? Was this when he was still with Lisa Marie, or?
No, they had broken up, and I was trying to console him because he was really upset, and he was upset that he said he really wanted to be a dad, and I said, so be a dad. And he looked at me puzzled, and I said, let me do this. I want to do this. You've been so good to me. You're such a great friend. Please let me do this. I want to do this. And no. I nagged him into it, if you will.
She's a wonderful person, too.
She knew that Michael Jackson loves children.
Yeah.
And she knew that Michael Jackson wanted children.
That's why.
And she
You need to be a daddy.
She said you needed to be a daddy. More than she needed to be a mother.
Yeah. She wanted to do that for me as a present.
From the first moment Debbie learned she was pregnant, Michael warned her of what was to come.
He said, you don't know what they can do. And I said, oh, Michael, come on. We're having a baby. Normal people have babies. We're having a baby. Come on. How can that be weird? We're having a kid. If anything, that's beautiful. It's wonderful. It's great.
Solo unas horas después de comenzar la etapa australiana de su gira Mundial History, el 15 de noviembre de 1996, Michael se casó con Debbie Rowe en una ceremonia civil en su suite presidencial en el Sheraton on the Park Hotel, en Sydney.
Sorpresiva boda de Michael Jackson y la futura madre de su hijo, Debbie Rowe.
La nueva esposa de Jackson, una enfermera de 37 años, algo subida de peso, conocía al cantante desde hace más de una década, cuando él acudió a la consulta del cirujano plástico donde trabajaba. Divorciaba de su primer marido, Debbie Rowe, está ahora embarazada de un varón al que llamará Michael Jackson Jr., y cuyo nacimiento está previsto para finales de enero.
I'm Barry Nolan, and this is Hard Copy for Thursday, November 14th.
It's deja vu all over again. Less than a year after divorcing Lisa Marie, marrying man Michael Jackson is doing it once more. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Mr. and Mrs. Michael Jackson. The news that this unlikely couple were expecting a baby had hardly sunk in when it was announced from Australia that Mom and Pop had tied the knot. A statement from Jackson confirmed the vows and asked everyone to respect their privacy so they can enjoy this wonderful and exciting time.
Oh, look, I have to tell you that immense interest. There was a lot of kids outside the hotel last night. It was the buzz of Sydney last night. Everybody was talking about it.
A private ceremony for such a publicly watched couple doesn't stay private for long, and shortly after the midnight vows, word got out about the newlyweds. It was no secret that Debbie planned to meet Michael in Australia. She often jets around the world to meet him on tour. But doctors had warned Debbie not to travel with Michael during his entire concert tour. Hard Copy has learned that the newlyweds plan to travel together over the next few weeks. They want to spend Thanksgiving together, and then after concerts in Hawaii, Debbie will come home to await the birth of their son. The Jackson baby is due in February, and for the record, we called the last Mrs. Michael Jackson, Lisa Marie Presley, for a comment. She had none.
Earlier in the day, while the 6 months pregnant Rowe stayed in what is called the most expensive hotel room in Australia, Michael Jackson, in his surgical mask, came outside to greet the press and was entertained by Aborigine dancers. When asked about the wedding, he appeared stunned.
Michael, is it true you plan on getting married? Are you getting married?
Fue una boda poco convencional. Ambos vistieron de negro, informales. Debbie ya gestaba su embarazo y Michael selló la unión con un besito en la mejilla.
Inside pictures reveal the $100,000 diamond and platinum ring Jackson bought that morning from a jeweler in Sydney, and the wedding certificate that officially made them Mr. and Mrs.
So, shall we have a look? at Michael Jackson in Italy. Well, Michael, finally I can say welcome to Australia, and whether you like it or not, being the king of pop and the biggest recording star in the world, well, how do you cope with all the hysteria? I mean, wherever you go, whether it's London, whether it's Munich, whether it's New York, whether it's Bangkok, whether it's Japan, how do you cope with the hysteria?
I know it's all love, so it makes my heart very happy.
Does Michael Jackson ever relax? Because I know you're a workaholic.
Yes, I am a workaholic. I don't relax, really. I don't sleep a lot. I never stop. But I love a good water balloon fight or, playing around, goofing off, Nintendo games.
You read all these amazing stories about Michael Jackson. I mean, you read that Michael Jackson's a weirdo. You read that Michael Jackson's bizarre. You read that he's done this, he's done that. Now, I know some of those stories are not true, but how do you feel about all the stories that are written about you?
It's very sad. I just want the fans to know and to understand that it's not the truth. And don't read it, don't believe it, it's garbage, it's tabloid junk, it's trash.
There's one more question I've got to ask you. This is about a personal friend of yours, but I have got to ask you this question. I am a Stephen King fanatic. I have every book. You can say, mind your own business. No. And I know you've done Ghost with him, and I think that's a sensational piece of work.
Thank you.
I mean, did you enjoy doing that?
Very much, yes, yes.
I mean, that skeleton, that blew me right out. Yeah?
Were you there at the premiere?
No, but I've seen it at home,
Oh.
It's just amazing. All right, now listen, I never normally ask for autographs, but this is a Stephen King book, and it's called Insomnia, and I'm sure that over the last week I've had no sleep thinking about the Michael Jackson thing. Can you please sign this book?
Sure.
Of Stephen King's for me?
Sure. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
All my love to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Qué bien me cae Molly.
Que está haciendo, va a terminar en América Latina, va a estar en Buenos Aires, en Río de Janeiro y parece que en Santiago, a cruzar los dedos porque está haciendo una gira promocional por su disco que sale a la venta el 14 de mayo en Europa y en Sudamérica. Se llama Blood on the Dance Floor. Imagínate.
Michael canceló conciertos en Sudamérica al realizarse en febrero de 1997, precisamente en Brasil, Argentina y Chile, pero no se llevó a cabo por motivos promocionales. Aún así fueron movidos para septiembre de 1997. Entre el 3 y 4 de enero de 1997, Michael realizó sus únicos 2 conciertos de esta gira en los Estados Unidos, en Honolulu, Hawái, ante una multitud de 35.000 personas cada concierto, convirtiéndolo en el primer artista en la historia en llenar ese estadio, y así dando fin a la primera etapa de la gira. Mientras tanto, que venían de gira, Brad Boxer y Michael iban trabajando en el álbum Blood on the Dance Floor.
Stranger is out to kill. She got your baby. It happened fast. If you could only erase the.
First, I would like to apologize for not coming to court earlier. And secondly, I would like to apologize.
In primo luogo mi scuso per non essere venuto prima e poi per qualunque disturbo che posso aver arrecato.
I'm an entertainer,
Sono un cantante e un ballerino e faccio il mestiere dell'intrattenitore e del cantautore.
songwriter, and dancer.
Emblematico e celebre il match tra Albano e Michael Jackson. Il cantante di Cellino San Marco denunciò la pop star statunitense e la canzone Will You Be There, plagio secondo Albano di una sua precedente composizione intitolata I cigni di Balaca. Cominciò così una causa durata 10 anni che ha visto Jackson presentarsi puntualmente nelle aule giudiziarie di Roma e Milano per ribadire la sua innocenza.
Bless you for building a new dream. Just when my old dream crumbled so helplessly.
Many started back when you did, lost their way, and now they're gone. But
Eccezionale, in esclusiva, Blood in the Dance Floor, signore e signori, Michael Jackson.
The 17th of June, you want to do that announcement?
Oh, yes. There is another announcement.
You're going to sing here in Milan, right?
Yes, concert.
Here in San
Milan.
Siro, in Milan.
Yeah.
Il 18 giugno sarà qui a Milano per applaudire Michael
Qualcosa da
Jackson.
dirci, Michael? Qualcosa che...
Well, the three tenors on the 17th of June in Modena, and I wanted to join them.
Dice che sarà seduto in prima fila al concerto dei tre tenori il giorno 17 di giugno a Modena.
You're here also to present an award to a very important category.
Complimenti, amico Claudio. Amico Claudio.
Grazie.
Bene, adesso...
Ok, ciao Fabio.
È un parterre ricchissimo di celebrità, perché signore e signori è veramente
Do you want
un
to
fatto
give the award to
eccezionale.
them?
Yep. This goes with...
Yeah, I'll get it. Because we said it before.
Già
Do you want-
fatto.
Siamo noi.
Posso chiedere l'autografo?
Ah, l'autografo. prego.
Io ci tenevo Pippo, approfitterei per ringraziare tutti quelli che...
No, calmi. Just one. Dice
Uno
giusto
solo,
uno solo.
Vieni
Uno
qua,
solo.
It's just one.
Here we have a girl. Ed è una persona dolcissima, Jackson. Devo dire, una persona di una semplicità, di una carineria, di
Vorrei restare con i
una
vincitori.
umanità meravigliose.
Un saluto al grande Luciano Pavarotti.
Luciano!
Grazie Luciano.
Michael Jackson!
Grazie Michael.
Thank you very much.
All the fans, I don't want to take too much time. You were there conditionally, unconditionally, and I say thank you very much. Now we are in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Say that again. Yeah. Say that again. We're the where?
What?
Where are we?
Oh, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So, whenever you call our name, I don't like that angle. I like this one.
Pero,
Niños, cuidado.
niños, la mala lengua dice por ahí, ¿eh? Niños, vuelve por dos razones muy claras. Una, por un recital que viene a ser por su gira mundial de su nuevo disco que tú acabas de comentar recién, que va a lanzar el 14 de mayo próximo, viene en noviembre.
Noviembre es el mes que Michael Jackson tiene marcada en su agenda de conciertos para actuar en Sudamérica, como parte de la gira promocional de su próximo álbum Blood on the Dance Floor. En este mes tocará en Río de Janeiro, Buenos Aires y Santiago. Música, no niños.
Del pop anuncia su regreso a Chile.
Otro que anuncia una pronta visita es Michael Jackson. El polémico artista realizará una gira promocional para su último disco, Blood on the Dancing Floor, y promete estar en Chile en septiembre.
real. MTV Tour presents.
El 31 de mayo de 1997, Michael comienza con la segunda etapa del History Tour, agotando todas las entradas en Bremen, Alemania. La segunda parte del Tour Mundial History se convierte en el segundo tour más importante de 1997. Con la intención de promocionar Blood on the Dance Floor, publicado el 20 de mayo de 1997, se ensayó Morphine, quedando fuera de la lista final, incluyendo su último sencillo, Blood on the Dance Floor.
Personal audience with Jacko came before the concert when he handed over 6 Variety Club coaches, under the watchful eye of his wife Debbie in the top left-hand corner of your screen in the white blouse. No Jackson Jr. though, he was left back in Paris where Mum and Dad returned to after the show.
Children will always hold a special place in my heart. So from Heal the World and myself, I present this present. There's more where this comes from. Thank you.
We kick off tonight with a spectacular show that only the world's king of pop can bring you. Now we're bringing you backstage for a rare look at what went on behind the scenes with Michael Jackson and his special guest, Lisa Marie Presley. Only a select few are allowed into Michael Jackson's inner sanctum. While 73,000 eager fans waited out front at London's Wembley Stadium, we were backstage capturing some very rare moments on camera. The former Mrs. Jackson, Lisa Marie Presley, was in Britain visiting him, and we found her backstage in Michael's dressing room before his performance. The two are now good friends, and he had invited her to watch the show.
One of the best moments is right here, right here. It's right in the middle of the show, and it's my birthday, and I'm thousands of miles away from my family. When they surprised me with a full marching band, and then they brought out this huge, beautiful birthday cake. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, I realized that I've got family all over the world, everywhere I go, because my fans really show me the love, and I love them just as much. Thank you so much. In honor of my friend who is no longer here. Thank you. I love her. Diana metershoog naast het podium. Meer stelde het eerbetoon aan de overleden prinses niet voor. En bij de aanvang van het concert verdween Diana en waren alle schijnwerpers gericht op die andere halfgod.
Did not use it on 2020. This is what I should have put in. So you'll take a look. Oh my gosh. Is your wife Debbie now expecting a child? A simple yes or no would do. Can I say I'm not sure? Really? Wait, no, don't. You said it. No. You said it. She may be pregnant. When will you know? You brought this on yourself. When will you know? I asked you a simple question. Please.
Para el mes de octubre, Michael llega a Sudáfrica, en donde se lo ve con Lisa Marie Presley. Realiza sus últimos conciertos.
I dedicate this show to you, wherever you are. I love you.
Siendo el 15 de octubre en la ciudad de Durban, en donde Michael realiza el último concierto de la gira History.
There are ways to get there if you care enough for the living. Make a little space. I love you.
La gira History de Michael Jackson fue la gira de conciertos de mayor tecnología de la época. La apertura del programa, porque los únicos patrocinadores contó con un segmento de video. Según MJ Beats, Michael no quería visitar Sudamérica porque los únicos patrocinadores interesados en la gira eran marcas de cerveza. Pero estos conciertos fueron cancelados para que Michael pudiera trabajar en el MJ and Friends. Después de terminar el History Tour, no hubo grandes proyectos para Kingdom Entertainment, y la asociación fue desapareciendo de a poco.
Teaming us back up and he brings down the...
Bit larger. Michael and wife Debbie Rao Jackson are expecting a little girl. Chuck Henry spent the day with Michael, Debbie, and their baby boy, Prince, and he has this exclusive interview.
Debbie Rowe talking about the tabloids. I met the Jackson family this weekend at their ranch at Neverland, and I asked Debbie Rowe to once again set the record straight. The tabloids have characterized her as a joke or a freak for having Michael's son. Then there are the stories about Michael having an affair with his ex-wife, Lisa Marie Presley. Like the weekend, they appeared together in South Africa.
And then I also heard that same weekend that Michael had married Lisa in Johannesburg. So I waited for him to call me that night, and I said, oh, congratulations. And he said, for what? I said, you and Lisa got married. I said, it's wonderful. I said, wait a minute. I said, that means you have two wives. No, we have great communication. It's totally by my approval. They have a relationship. And what people don't understand is that his relationship with her is separate from his relationship with me. They're friends. They're very good friends. And I would never tell him, oh, you can't see your friends. He would never tell me I can't see my friends. I am so glad that they have a relationship together. I'm glad to see them together. They have a lot in common. Now, there's nothing that Michael could do that would humiliate me. Nothing. My friendship with him is the most important thing to me. And if this marriage gets in the way of that friendship, then we'll put the marriage aside, but I want to go on as friends. That's more important to me than anything else, especially with having kids.
So little Prince is going to have a sister?
Yes.
How about after that?
Let's see. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'm getting old. I hope so. I hope we have a lot of kids together.
Para apoyar este canal, por favor, te recomiendo leer la descripción de este video. Muchas gracias por ver y me estarán escuchando en un tiempo más.